Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Immigrant Voices and Victories, where we share the personal journey of different immigrants who have crossed the ocean and have come to the UK either as, a place for them to start off their career and have moved to other countries, or they're still in the UK. And today I'm so excited. We are with, a wonderful gentleman, Samuel Adekunle, and we're so excited to host him here on Immigrant Voices and Victories. Welcome back. We have 500 subscribers, and we are so excited that you're in this journey with us. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, come on, go and subscribe. We share lots of inspiring stories. Immigrant Voices and Victories is your platform to learn, connect, and be inspired. So click that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. You're welcome, Samuel Adekunle. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. James. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story on your platform. And I look forward to us having an interesting discussion this evening.
There you go. You don't want to miss this interview, especially if you're an international student in the UK. You're definitely going to be inspired by his story. On Immigrant Voices and Victories, we like to, know more about our guests. So we have Icebreakers. So we have questions 1 to 45. I would like you to choose any number and we'll see how it goes.
I hope this is not in trouble. I think I'm going to go for question 1. Hope it's not.
Question 1. Oh, what is something interesting you did recently?
I don't think I really did anything fun, but let me think. Something interesting. Yes, I can remember. So something interesting I did was to engage in some volunteering activities. Earlier this week, some school children came into the office for World Numerical Day. So I was there to volunteer, speak to school children. I think here 7 and 8. So interact with UK school kid and learning from them.
What an inspiration you are to so many people, not just at your level. So we'll go for another one before we start our interview.
Let me choose option 10. Hope I will have answers to that as well.
Yeah, we'll see. If you had to give a lecture on one thing, what would it be?
You have to give a lecture on one thing. I think it will definitely be discovering oneself. I think the title of my lecture will just be yourself. Don't bow to societal pressure. Don't look at what people are saying online. Don't try to fit yourself in a box that you can't perfectly fit into. Just be yourself. That would be the title of my lecture if I'm to give one.
Wow, there you go. You've got a few seconds lecture from Samuel. Be yourself. And that is what Immigrant Voices and Victories is all about, celebrating these wonderful people, their uniqueness, and how they've been themselves through their career, through their journey, through everything they've been through. And we are so excited that you are yourself today and you're going to be sharing a little bit of yourself with us. Thank you so much. So, can you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, so a bit about myself. My name is Samuel Adekunle. I came into the UK 1st of October 2021. I did my bachelor's in electrical and electronics engineering at Ladoke Akita University of Technology, Ogbomoso, Nigeria. I did my master's through the help of the Developing Solutions Scholarship at the University of Nottingham, where I got my master's in electronic communication and computer engineering. I did my graduation in December of 2022. Currently, I'm working as a technology consultant. So I think that's just a bit about me.
Did I tell you he works with KPMG? All right. So what motivated you to move from Nigeria to the UK for your master's degree?
Yeah, I think for my master's degree, I could vividly remember during my undergraduate days, I went to school, I think Lautech Wi-Fi to go and download some tutorial videos. So for me, when I got back home, I was checking through the tutorial video. Luckily for me, I came across a video that has to do with some undergraduate students abroad studying electrical electronics engineering. I saw what they are I saw what they are doing at 200 level, what they are doing at 300 level. And I compare it with what I was studying there. I was able to see the gap. Like I think the quality of education is not that balanced. So since then, I said to myself that I am definitely going to get my master's abroad. So I do try different countries. I put in some application into the US. I put some in Germany and I put some in Finland. But luckily for me, I put some in the UK. But I think the UK application pulled through first. And yeah, that's why I just like, okay, let's give the UK try. Then I think I was just putting in some random application until one of my friends told me that it's not just about studying abroad, but he told me that I should look at studying in a top school, and then that was when I was able to redirect my application to just target top schools, and then luckily for me, when I got the Developing Solutions Scholarship at the University of Nottingham, checking the University of Nottingham ranking in the UK, I saw that it was quite a big school, and I like, okay, I think this is one for me, and then that I just decided to move to the UK for my master's.
So, during this whole transition from Nigeria to the UK, I know you just finished 2022. What were the challenges you faced?
Yeah, I think the challenges I faced moving from Nigeria to the UK is, I think the first one is work and study. To be fair, back in Nigeria, I don't really work. I just study. Where my parents just like give us the normal pocket money at school, children, but now in the UK, whereby you have to like work and study, and the funniest thing is that when you are at work, your employer expect 100% from you. Then I think at school as well, you are definitely going to have a lot of deadline, coursework, this and that. So I think for me is the work and study. I kind of find that a bit challenging. The second thing I find a bit challenging was the standard of education in Nigeria and the one in the UK is not on the same level. Coming to my program, the program is more of independent study, and your lecturers and your professor expect so much from you, expect you to be able to do a lot of things yourself, and then now me, like, I'm just trying to like pick up with the language, with the everything. And then I think another thing is a form of imposter syndrome when you get into class, like you see students from different countries, the one from China, the one from India, like picking everything the lecturer is saying, like fast, fast, and me, I'm just there from Nigeria, like mostly like pension one. I like, okay, like, so like you need to like put a lot of effort to like cover that gap, like in order to move on, in order to meet up with your mate. And then definitely that is going to involve you staying up late at night, going to the library, and then or like Nigeria, whereby you have a community support while you are studying, like you have different tutorial, this tutorial, that tutorial, you have your friends coming around to like put you through a lot of things. But yeah, like you're definitely on your own. You just need to like figure it out. So that was very challenging, very overwhelming, different course for different assignments. And yeah, so but I think after the first semester I kind of get used to the system, and the second semester was not that a bit of challenge for me. So yeah, so and then I think this notion that people do say that if you have 2-2 in Nigeria, it is first class abroad, or say if you have 2-1 in Nigeria, it's first class abroad. I'm sorry to say it's not. It might be true for some courses in, let's say, management and the likes, but I think for engineering, it's not really true. You really need to like put in the real work. It's not the same thing. So I
Yeah.
think for me, those are the bits of the challenges I face transitioning from Nigeria into the UK.
Wow, that's coming from, first class graduates. They are telling you that when you come here, I know it's you.
But,
That's good. But here you are today. God is faithful, isn't it? So, what were those things you did to adapt, and how did you overcome those challenges?
luckily for me, I was able to get some Nigerians and some Ghanaians on my courses. So like I'm able to form a study group. We just try to teach ourselves some concepts we don't understand. So I think the study group was like very, very helpful. And then I think I reached out to some of my seniors, those that have been in the UK, those that have been in the UK studying in another university, just to like speak to them about my challenges, speak to them about what I'm going through. But like, don't worry, that's like everybody feel like being a first time. Don't worry, you will definitely get used to it. And trust me, I got used to it. So like I think the principle of partner in the UK is more or less you understanding the system, understanding how the
Mm, mm,
system works. Is like you like 60% halfway done, because I think something I was able to discover in the UK is that you can be super brilliant and still feel if you don't understand this how this system works. So for
mm.
me, I think it's more or less like researching how this system works, what is the expectation your lecturers require from you. I have an opinion. I think if you are able to understand how this system works, then you then definitely one will definitely skill through. Yeah.
Wow, those nuggets are coming in already. Understand the system. Don't just come here. You think you do wuru wuru to the answer. No, 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 no. You've got to understand the system. So, this is 2024 from graduating in 2022. Now you're a technology consultant. How did you find the transition between being a student and a full-time worker?
I think I would just like to answer that question by like sharing my story so that a lot of people will learn from it. So now, when I came into the UK, I was like the first time I came into the UK, I was like applying to jobs, applying to jobs. I was like getting a lot of rejection, rejection, rejection. So I think for me, what I did was to do a kind of market survey, and then after doing the market survey, I discovered that I am definitely going to fit more into the graduate training role in the UK. So like after doing a lot of graduate assessments, it have been failure and failure, because I think one thing there is that the type of assessment you do in UK for jobs is kind of different from the one you do in Nigeria. The one I'm used to in Nigeria is just like doing some form of verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, and some bit of current affairs, and then I think some bit of dragnet exam and some bit of GMAT. But now I think coming to the UK, you have to do a lot of behavioral tests, situational judgment tests, analyzing business keys, making video recordings. Like all those exams are completely strange to me. For like 6 months applying to jobs, I was just moving around in circles, like just getting a lot of rejection until I reached out to my friends. My friend was studying in school in Birmingham, so like, and I reached out to him, explained all my concern to him that, oh, have been trying a lot of try this assessment, is I'm failure or failure. So what he told me was that what he did was to ask the school for like if they have some form of practice test he can like log on to, so that he can be proficient with the graduate test. And then that will bring me to my first point, is that as I think international students in Nigeria, a lot of us pay £15,000, £30,000 for our fees. So I think one thing I always advise is that we should always ask the right question, because the £15,000, the £20,000 cover a lot in which we are not really aware of. So um, after my friend explained that to me, the first thing I did was to reach out to my school, University of Nottingham, and just tell them that hello, my name is Sam. I've been filling a lot of graduate assessment. Do you guys have something like a practice question for me, or something I can use to increase my proficiency in the graduate exam? Luckily for me, someone in his student service reached out to me and they told me that they have something like that. He sent me a link to a website called GradFest or so. Then I think with my school ID, I was able to log in into that portal, do a lot of graduate assessment, and then I was able to do a lot of graduate assessment with that link, everything covered with my tuition, and then that was how I was able to increase my proficiency, mastering how to pass graduate test in the UK, and then that really go a long way for me in securing a lot of assessment center, final stage interview. So then I think after then after then what I did was to like listen to a lot of strategy on how to get jobs in the UK. Like there's one strategy called the internship strategy, which simply means that as an international student, try as much as possible to get an internship while you are studying in the UK. That will help to build your portfolio. That will like give you the UK experience the employer are looking for, and then that will help into your transition after school. And I think another one is going through the certification route. We have a lot of companies in the UK offering a lot of certification, this training, that training. Like you can decide to go through that. But now, in my own case, I didn't have an internship, and then also I don't have the money to pay all these companies to like do all the certification for me. So what I did in my own case, in which maybe it's advisable, maybe it's not advisable, I can't really tell. But I think what I did in my own case is to master how to pass all these graduate exams, how to pass the essay stage, how to pass the center, how to pass the chat with the senior manager, how to pass all the processes involved in the graduate application stages. So how to pass them, that was what I mastered, because definitely everything still boils down to where you go to all these companies to like pay all this huge amount to get certification. You will still have to learn how to pass all these exams, how to answer all these interview questions. So me, like, since I did not have money, it's not that I don't like the certification route, but I didn't have the money. So what I just have to do is just to master how to pass each of the stages. And yeah, I think another thing apart from that is that anytime I'm having a final stage interview, what I do is to go on LinkedIn, just look for someone of Black heritage, being Nigerian, and just message them on LinkedIn and say, my name is Samuel Adekunle. I've been shortlisted for the final stage of Barclays assessment. I am looking forward to connecting with you to like. I'm looking forward to connecting with you to like learn more about the application process. And then I think with that method, the feedback have been very positive. A lot of them accept my friend request, like put me through. The likely question is going to be like put me through how to answer some of the final stage interview. Like some of them were very generous, like organizing a mock assessment for me and then mock test for me. And then yeah, that was how I was able to like master all this graduate application process. And then yeah, I think the final one is joining the right association, like SEO London. We have the Bright Network. I can't count the number of times the Bright Network have called me on phone and said, Sam, we have this type of application meant for Black people. Like, we be interested applying? We have some application with looking for people with engineering background. Will you mind applying for it? The fact is that you can't see all this job application yourself. Everything is very overwhelming. So, like, you need to join some association whereby people can see some things they feel is just going to fit into your skill set. And I think with that, yeah, I think that's kind of helped my transition into the workplace. And I don't know if I've answered your question or I've.
Wow, what else can I say? This man right here was prepared. He knew what he wanted. He literally, that scripture that said, write the vision, make it. He knew what he wanted. And look at it, you just knew what you wanted. You mastered what you were, aiming at, and you got it in the end. And that's one thing, our international students should learn. As soon as you come in, you need to know, what do I want to do? I'm just, I was just taking notes, and I'm like, he said first 6 months. I'm like, what? His master's was 12 months. That means in 6 months he was, writing his exams already. He was already applying. You need to know what you want. Hey, follow who no road, oh, this UK, like our people we say, back in Nigeria. Well, I'm from Nigeria. Someone is from Nigeria as well. They say follow who no road. That means associate, connect, network with people that know what they want, what they are doing. There's dignity in labor. My friend and I were still having this discussion yesterday about, when you come to the UK, who you associate with determines how far you go. If all the people you're associating with are doing warehouse job, we've all been there, done that. I'm sure you did some jobs as well,
Yeah,
Samuel.
like I was in the warehouse for like 2 years, so like I've been
Okay, there
like
you go.
I will send you a picture of my warehouse days in my warehouse. Then definitely you'll be
So
you
yeah,
know that I
we've
didn't
all
just wake up in the day and just get to this place. Like then something I used to tell people in the UK is that everything is all about process. All those you see in the UK driving big cars, everybody have a story to tell. So like
yeah.
I think the thing is just that you just have to be patient, put in the work, and then I think it's just a matter of time. And I'm very sure time will definitely review everything. So that's
Awesome.
basically
So
everything.
if you're out there listening to us, you're an international student, it's not too late. Start now. Someone knew what he wanted. First 6 months, I'm like, his master's is 1 year. 6 months, he's done exams. He knew what he wanted because you have just 1 year. You have 12 months. Thank God for the post study now. You need to know what you want. That at the end of your master's, you should be moving into a role that you've always, imagine yourself. Okay, this is awesome. I'm loving this. So the whole transition into workplace now, I know the big thing, which is I think what we're going to round up this first part with, is the Black Heritage Talent Insight Program at KPMG that you got into. So after all of this, your mastering graduate exams and all of that, tell us, how did you now end up at KPMG?
So I think how I ended up at KPMG was in KPMG, they do have some standard applications. So the standard application has to do with like everybody, Asian, African, any background you are from. So you just apply through the program. So unknowingly for me, I don't know about the Black Heritage program in the first place. What I did was to like apply for the standard application. After applying for the standard application, I did the first stage, I did the second stage, and then I was scheduled for the last stage. And the last stage was taking a bit of time. When the last stage was taking a bit of time, I was quite anxious. I am like looking on LinkedIn, asking people that have been through the recruitment process. A lot of them were telling me that okay, the final stage can take like 6 months after you have passed the second stage and stuff like that. So, luckily for me, I saw somebody that introduced me to the Black Heritage program and like tell me that okay, there's this particular program by KPMG Black Heritage, specifically for people from African, Caribbean, and Black heritage background. So after learning about the program, I tried to like message the write inbox and like, okay, my name is Samuel. I have like I'm currently applying to KPMG. I've applied for like I've done the stage one, I've done the stage two, but presently I'm currently waiting for the assessment center. Is there a way that you can move my assessment to the Black Heritage program? So I didn't hear anything from there. So like so I just kept quiet, doing my own thing, and then that points me to the what I said earlier on, that joining the Rights Association. So I was a member of SEO London. So I think one day like that, I was coming from the warehouse
Sorry, what's the
because
meaning of SL London?
yeah, SEO London is an NGO that helps international students to like transition into the workplace in the UK. They help them with CV reviews, assessment center, and then also they also help them with a lot of workshop, webinar, networking events with all the big companies in the UK. So, like most of the big companies in the UK are well associated with SEO London. So, back to this story of, should I say, just let me do a bit of digression. So, now from September to December in the UK, that is when we have the busy period in the warehouse. I knew that that was when I was going to go into full time hustle, like in order to make £2,000 for my purpose study. So now my plan was that to start application after January time, everything will be a bit quiet. But thank God I was a member of SEO London. I just checked my mail. One day I just saw that they just sent a mail that KPMG 2023 application closing in November, final boarding call. Like what? So that's why I just immediately put in my application, do everything. The thing I said earlier on, I didn't know that it was a standard application. So waiting for the assessment center, I kept reaching out to people. Someone informed me about the Black Heritage program. I reached out to Black people. They didn't reply me. So luckily for me, I think sometimes in February the next year, so I got a mail from SEO London. SEO London was like saying something like, KPMG Black Heritage program will be having a webinar with them today that they now said that people that would like to join the Zoom call should like register for the event and stuff like that. So definitely I just do the registration and the like. So during the program, the KPMG representative came, did their presentation, everybody was asking their question. So now, when people were asking their question, I just put my hand up and just say, hello, my name is Sam. I am applying to KPMG. I've done the first stage application. I've done the second stage application. I'm waiting for the last stage, but I don't know if I now told them that I don't know if it is possible for them to move my application from the standard application to the Black Heritage program. So one of the representatives said that she's not sure, but definitely she is going to reach out to me that I should send that email quoting that I was in that event, that SEO London event. So after the event, I just send email. My name is Samuel from the Black Heritage program. I've done this, I've done that. Is there the possibility of moving my application into Black Heritage program? And then I think after some few weeks, the HR representatives came back to me and said, "Oh, congratulations, your request have been granted." And then that's how my application got moved into the
Wow.
Black Heritage program. And the Black Heritage program is like 3 days event. The first day is going to be a leadership section whereby you have the opportunity to like speak to people in KPMG right from the graduate up to the partner level, telling you about their experience, their background, everything they have been through in order to like get to where they are. A lot of networking section. You definitely meet a lot of people. And the second day is just about preparing you towards the final assessment center, the things you may likely expect, how to like respond to questions. Then the last day is the D day, whereby you just have to like put everything you have learned together, put it in teamwork, do your presentation, do everything you need to do, and then just hope on God. So yeah,
Awesome.
I just like went all through those process. I think the process was for 3 days. Another thing is that uh, KPMG is going to pay for your transport fare, and then definitely they will pay you for the 3 days as well. So that is one beautiful thing about the
So you
program.
didn't
So
have to go back to warehouse for that
no,
period.
no, no. So like definitely they definitely pay for my train ticket from Nottingham to London, and then for those 3 days I didn't go to the warehouse because this is very important. They pay for my visa. So yeah, so like like it was quite interesting them paying me to like do interview. So I think that is something worth saying about the whole program, that because I think, of course, I've been to some assessment whereby nobody pay you, you be the one to do the lodging, you be the one to do the everything yourself. At the end of the day, you still get a rejection mail. So, but I think that of KPMG, they have like checked some of the challenges international students like go through and try to put all the structure in place, and I think that was very helpful.
Wow, awesome. If you want to hear more about the Black Heritage KPMG program, we are coming back to finish up in part two. One thing I've learned in this part one is his resilience, his consistency, his persistence, how he asked, please, can it be moved? He had sent an email before, and then he went to the program. Everywhere he went, he was just saying, hi, my name is Samuel, my name is Samuel. And that his name kept on opening doors for him. Look at where he is today. So be consistent, be persistent. You just never know if you don't ask. Look at, the so many questions he's had to ask, and God was just coming through for him. So this is the end of part one. We're going to be coming back in part two to tell you more about the Black Heritage program that Samuel went through, how the visa, whatever was involved. We're going to be telling you all of that. So if you're an international student, tell another international student to tell another that it is possible to finish and get into your dream job by the grace of God. So we'll see you in part two. God bless you. And if you have not still, subscribe to this channel, come on, look at these wonderful faces. Should you not subscribe to this channel, like, our video, turn on the notification bell, and trust me, Immigrant Voices and Victories is a platform for you to learn, connect, and be inspired. We'll see you in part two. God bless you. Come back to watch part two. No limit. Thank you. Bye. See you soon.